So we're now on to part 5, which is creation of the MP3 file. This is a pretty easy part. All you need to do is ensure that your preferences in iTunes are set properly by going on PC to Edit Preferences, and Mac it's iTunes and then Preferences. Go to your Import Settings, and you want to change, if you're not using an MP3 encoder up front, you want to make sure you are. And then you want to go to Custom on your settings. In this case, we're going to 128 kilobit a second stereo. We want to change the channels from auto, which is what it normally is set at, to mono. What this will do is allow us to keep the file quality, as far as the quality of the sound recording, high, while keeping the file size low, since we're only going to use one side of the track. We don't need both sides for speaking. Obviously, if this was some sort of music, we would want to keep that as stereo. We hit OK, and as you can see, it says 64 kilobits mono, and that's what we want. We hit OK, hit OK again, and then we right-click and we hit Create MP3 Version, and that's as easy as it gets. The other way to get to it is go to Advanced, Create MP3 Version. Either way, it accomplishes the same thing, and usually within 30 seconds to a minute, you've got your MP3. Now that our MP3 has been converted or created, we want to take a look at it and just make sure that all of the information copied over properly from the AIFF to the MP3. I have seen at times where everything doesn't quite copy over the way it should. So you just want to go in and make sure that everything looks the same, which it does in this case. And as you can see, this is a 19.2 megabyte file in comparison to our 420.9 megabyte file on the original audio. So we can go ahead and delete out of iTunes the original audio file and just keep the MP3. Now, we want to right-click and go to Show in Finder. On Mac, on PC it'll say Show in Windows Explorer or Show in Explorer. That'll lead us to the actual file itself. Now, we want to make sure that we rename this file to our nomenclature with the year, month, and date order. This is so that we can easily find it and track it when we actually do the upload to the server. Once you've renamed it, you will need to point this file back to that physical file. In a Windows PC, it'll say, hey, I can't locate this file, and you'll have to tell it, hey, this is it. In a Mac, you don't need to do that. It recognizes that you've changed the file name, as you can see right here. Alright, so now that we have created our MP3 and we have named our MP3 file to our according to our guidelines, we're now ready to move forward to upload the file to the server. We're now at part 6, uploading the MP3 file to the servers. Now this part is pretty easy because there's not much involvement on your part. It's really just clicking on a couple things and making sure it goes to the right place. We're going to use FileZilla. You can also use CyberDuck. I'll show you the differences between the two. These are both free FTP utilities. FileZilla is more of a tree structure, as you can see. When you click on your site, which you'll be given your credentials to log in, it will pull up the LifeGate Church directory, and you will go to, in this case, it's a Sunday message, and you have your directory over here, and you literally will just drag and drop the file and let it upload. Now, the other option is to use CyberDuck, which is a little bit different interface. Sometimes I've found that using one over the other can make a difference in terms of the speed in which you are able to upload the file. It seems to be a server issue. In this case, you would just click on LGC once you've got your credentials input, and again, this has a directory structure similar. And again, we're going to drop down into Sunday messages where you can double click and it will take you into that directory. And as you can see, we can easily see a chronological listing of all of the files that are there because we've named them by the year, month, and day. So there you have 2010 going through 2011, and we're just going to drop our file in here. And now it's uploading. As you can see, this is seems to be uploading pretty quick. Shouldn't take too long. And that's really all there is to part 6. Once you've got it uploaded, you can close down the program, and we can move on to the next step.